Hey, and welcome to Campfire. Today's gonna be yet again another day of some Japanese studying. Now, today might be a little longer of a lesson because I need to start doing more paths on Duolingo to unlock more kanji lessons. Woohoo, studying indeed, Plasma. Woohoo, studying indeed. I need to make sure that my speaker audio isn't bleeding into my mic. I really have to do something and get another headset. Though I kind of been vibing with the speaker life. Not having something just constantly sitting on my head is very nice. Especially on days I wash my hair. Having to wear headphones on hair wash days really isn't a thing I like doing.
Jagaimo
desu. Preach indeed. I don't get headphone hair, or it gets dented in, but Plasma, you do. I am blessed to have thick hair. Thick and voluminous hair. So whenever I take my headphones off, it just fills itself out. Akuten.
Gyakuten
Jagaimo. Jakuten.
Jakuten
Sanbyaku. Injaku.
De
I have curly hair that will morph to whatever is happening to it. Oh. The ends of my hair are curly, so if I cut my hair short, all of my hair is just straight. But if I grow my hair out, which I do occasionally like doing, I like long hair. I like playing with my hair. The ends of my hair when it gets longer is curly, which is very odd. So it'll be straight, and then as it starts getting towards the end of my hair, it'll start getting wavier and curl towards the end. So I genuinely just have anime hair when I have long hair. Okay, I fixed some settings on my phone and it makes watching the stream actually doable now. Wow, nice. Yeah.
Yum.
But yeah, I tried out having a samurai ponytail at one point in my life when I was a sushi chef, and I actually really liked it. So now that I'm in a situation in my life where I don't have to worry about the length of my hair, I can afford to grow up my hair again. And I'm trying out a style that I saw on Instagram from some really popular grammar. Yakuya. And I wanted to see what her hair looked like on me.
Yakuya
Because my hair type is the same as hers, where it gets a little curly and it's a little puffy towards the back end, or towards the end of the strand. And she had her hair cut in a way so that the mid section and close to her head was just simple and straight, but the end of the hair was really nice and puffy. So I really want to try that hair, so I'm growing out my hair right now. And I'm gonna show my stylist the picture that I want the hair to look like. Ooh. Chica. That potty. Chica. Peppa. Tetsuban. Never got a haircut until the summer before my first year of high school. Never got a haircut until the summer before your first year of high school. So did your hair just go down to your knees? Or the back of your knees? That's a pretty long time without a haircut. Went to your waist. How much shampoo did you use to wash it? I'm sure that must have been a lot of work and maintenance. I could imagine, boy was it a pain to wash. My samurai hair only went down a little past my shoulders, and washing that already used up a lot of shampoo. Ako. Tama. Sita. Curly hair, so you know you need some good products. Yeah, because like if it dries, it's really, really bad, right? Did you use products that were local to the States? Or were you getting like super high quality products from Korea or Japan? Don't have problems with your hair, luckily. That's good. My hair has a lot of issues, so I need to like take care of it properly. I need pretty good stuff. Some pretty good imported stuff. I've been using a shampoo from a Japanese brand for my hair, and it's been doing very nice stuff. Mom works for Sephora. Yo, that's sick. I'm so jealous. What?
Do.
Oh my god, if I got Sephora hookups, oh my god. My vanity life would be so much better. Because I love mixing colognes and perfumes. Like, it's one of my hobbies. I'll like get a bunch of samplers, or like a sampler pack, and like I'll mix and match them. And I love it. And like I'll buy some, like, I wouldn't say they're bootlegged, but they're like alternatives to more expensive brands. Oh shoot. Where it's like their scents. Oh wait, why did I choose that one? I am not thinking. But their scents match like, or mimic a sense of super high quality colognes that are like super expensive. Let's see. But they're just but they're just more affordable. And I like that company a lot. Super.
Super?
Just shoot.
Hakka?
Didn't wash it as often as I should have when it was long, so it took long to wash. Felt that. When I had my samurai hair, I washed it like every 3 weeks. Okay.
Rote.
Multi-hour long, oh my god, you actually had to commit like a full day. That reminds me of when I was working as a chef. I had a knife collection so extensive that I used very religiously. And whenever it was time to sharpen my knives, I had to commit an entire day to just sharpening them. Because it'd be like a 2-hour process per knife. And like, I liked sharpening it to the point where all I needed every day was a daily refinement using like a steel rod or like a ceramic rod or a ceramic plate. Because it's like standard for sushi chefs to sharpen their knives before every shift.
Hatsuka?
But I liked just refining before the shift. So I'd do like super long sharpening sessions to get it really sharp. And then I'd just straighten out the teeth throughout the week. Of course, I'd still have to sharpen like every so often, like lightly, for the really thin Japanese knives because they wear and tear really fast. But I committed like 1 day a week into it. Yeah, I'd imagine you need a lot of time.
Soup?
Yeah.
Do.
Raw. Meal.
Yup.
But I'm excited to have long hair again. When I was working a job that kind of required me to have shorter hair, because it was like a fast-paced serving job, and I didn't really like tying my hair up a lot at the time, so I just got a different hairstyle to like work that job, I guess. And I was, I guess, like a hospitality worker, so I needed to be like really presentable. So like I needed to be really stylish and like trendy or whatever. But now that I'm not in that job anymore, I can grow my hair out to how I want and not like be self-conscious about how I look. because that job was really reliant on having a good image. So you needed to have an image that you know was like good and successful and like attractive, because that's just hospitality, right? But now that I'm not the face of a major company anymore, I can be experimental and like kinda mess around with my aesthetic and my appeal to kind of how I want to match my vibe. Because when I was going for that like safe appeal that was just good, that I knew worked for that company, it was attracting the wrong people around me. Like it was very, I guess, like standard, societally typical handsome is what you would call it. Yes. But it was attracting the wrong type of people to my vicinity that I really did not enjoy being around. Furthest I would go is medium hair. I've had enough long hair for a lifetime. Yeah, I can imagine. Once you have to deal with it, you just don't want to deal with it anymore at all. Alright. Yokan. But yeah, there's a saying where it's like you should know what you like and how it affects things around you, because that way you can cater your appearance, your vibe, and the people that you spend your time around to that vibe that you're looking for. Because I don't know, like, maybe I was just unfortunate, but I feel like it's pretty common for people to spend a lot of their lives not knowing what they like, and then they end up spending a ton of time or investing a ton of like emotional well-being into an environment where they don't even feel like they belong in. And I feel like that was me most of my life and a lot of my friends growing up. So I don't know how common it actually is to like be in that type of environment, but when you're somewhere like that, you feel a lot more alone than you really should. And when you kind of grow up with that mentality, then you really realize like, wow, like I need to spend time around people like-minded, which like is really healthy for you emotionally, because then you're surrounded by a bunch of people who share the same hobbies, interests, and like have the same personality type as you. But then it's also a double-edged blade too, right? Because there's something called like an echo chamber. This is venturing into topics I don't like bringing up, but typically speaking, you should explore as well. Spend time with other groups and be okay with spending time with other groups.
Josh.
I see. Wait, I got our R. There was the second R. Oh, second R. I have no lives, but can I still take the test? Nice. Kaban. I failed this last time.
Tanaka.
But not this time. Subway. To get that suit, select the correct characters for Yamada.
Tanaka.
Tanaka.
Yamaguchi.
Or Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi. I was reading that wrong. I was saying Yamada. Yamaguchi. Ticket. Kuko. Kippu.
Kippu.
Select the correct characters for Tanaka.
Tanaka. 中山さんのパスポートじゃないです。
中山さんのパスポートじゃないです。It's not Nakayama. Friend has been sitting alone in a voice chair for like the whole day. Maybe he's just waiting for someone to join to just kind of have conversation with. I don't know. It's a public space, so I understand. It's like going to a bar and just sitting there and chilling and vibing. I understand. I'm a big fan of bar culture. When I was a sushi chef, I loved bar culture. You just go to a bar, sit down at the bar top, buy a beer, people watch. Maybe someone interacts with you, maybe not. Go home. Nice day. I think that's what the equivalent of sitting alone in a Discord is. People pop in, people don't. Who cares, right? Maybe he got murdered for all we know. There's a really funny meme I saw on Instagram Reel where it was pretty much a scene and it was captioned people sitting in voice chat alone with a music bot at 3 a.m. and the reel was just, it was like an ice wasteland. It was like an ice wasteland, and like in a crevice you could see like a rave lights going off and music's in the background. And then it just zooms in the room that's raving, it's just one dead guy on the floor. Just completely still while the music is just blasting.
それは山口さんの切符です。それは山口さんの切符です。
それは... That's... No, that is... Yamaguchi's. Wait, technically, with the English, I can do that. Yamaguchi's. それは山口さんの切符です。Ticket. If I get this wrong, I'm gonna be so sad. Okay, sick. I joined earlier and called him an idiot jokingly, and he was there, but then I immediately left. The drive-by. It's Rutonica-san's man. No.
空港地図
Rutonica-san's. Would it be cheesy no Tanaka-san or Tanaka-san no cheesy? God. Tanaka...
田中さんの地図
If I get this wrong, I'm gonna be sad. Oh, I
こ
got
れ
it
は
right. Let's
私
go.
のパスポートじゃないです。
それは私のパスポートじゃないです。This isn't my passport. Hey, this is Ken's smartphone. Anyway, I'm starting to work now. I'm going to prepare. Have a good stream. Alright, thanks for stopping in. Bye. Have a good day at work. Ganba, ganba. Conquer the day. これはケンさんのスマホ
空港はここじゃないです。
Reminds me I have to go to work tomorrow. I see. I hope you have a good day at work tomorrow.
空港はここじゃないです。
Why can I not hear this?
空港はここじゃないです。
クスコはスコはここじゃないです。クスコ。Wait. 空港。空港 The airport isn't here. Yes. It's not Miss Nakayama's passport. It's not Nakayama's passport.
中山さんのパスポートじゃないです。
Yeah. Excuse me, where's the airport?
空港すみません空港は
どこ
どこ
です
ですか
Hooray! My sentences are coming together. You have a meeting, you don't want to have a conversation with people. Be the type of person that's just sitting in silence in the meeting, nodding their head, and then when the meeting's over, just be like, what a productive meeting. Thank you, everybody. Bring everybody together. That's all you gotta do. When I was managing my cafe, we had weekly manager meet. There are 4 of us, and I just need to go over what we did last week. I hope it's not a waste of your time, because when I was working my other job at that cafe, we would have a meeting every other week to like discuss, I guess, just the progress of the cafe and like what's to be expected of the coming weeks, because like the city we're in is like, it's really seasonal and trendy and stuff, and like it has a ton of events all the time. So like we always need to be in the know with the city, like review the board that the city is doing, any events that they're doing in the area, because they have like a lot of tourist events and stuff. So we would always have to be in the know, and like we would have to meet up every week. And there were just some weeks where like there would be literally nothing happening, but like we would have to meet anyway. And it'd be such a waste of time. Like we could literally have had this over text conversation. And it's such a waste of time that sometimes not even the owners came. And it's like, okay, well they didn't come, why are we all here? Why are we gathering? Because some of us had to come on our days off. And for some of us, the restaurant was like a solid like hour away. But we'd still have to come on our day off. It was really messed up. Like, it sounds super professional to have a system like that. But realistically, once you're in that setting, it's like, man, this sucks. Kuruma's car. Luckily, most of my work last week was learning the software. Nice. Lucky that the job is in software development, so I'm at least interested in what they're talking about. Yeah, that's good. When it comes to software development, there's literally always like a direction to talk about, right? Because like you're developing something, there's always something to work on or something to be made better. So like there should always be something to talk about if your team is competent, which is the coin flip part. And you're going to find a lot of teams that you work for in that industry to not be that. Shinkansen.
私は電車とバスで家に帰ります。
You can easily tell the strengths of your team the moment you have a few meetings. It's like, okay, 2 meetings went by, nothing important got discussed. What are we doing? Very cohesive team environment. I return home by train and bus.
私は電車とバスで家に帰ります。
電車はバス。
地下鉄。
地下鉄 for the metro.
自動車。
自動車. So there's automobile and car. Oh, okay, well.
それは
Having
日本の
multiple
自動車
words
で
with the
す
same
か？
meaning makes sense. I had fun last week, I'm getting paid so yeah, that's good. Getting paid for doing something that you're genuinely interested in is always a W. That's why everyone always says turn your hobbies into your job, but they never go past the afterthought of once it starts being a chore, it ruins it for you. So just be mindful. Be very, very mindful of what you find interesting about it that you enjoy learning, and try to separate it from the actual job as much as possible. It's very important to be able to distinguish that. Otherwise you're gonna ruin it for yourself. Because that's what I did with cooking. So like, I really enjoyed cooking because I learned that I just like good food, and I like making good food for myself and sharing good food with those that I love. So when I went into being the industry of being a chef, I went into the idea of I like cooking food, and then I ruined it for myself. Because I didn't figure myself out until a little too late.
それは日本の自動車ですか？
Oh, I got it confused.
タクシー、
Taxi.
オートバイ、
Autobahn. Bus. Taxi.
自転車、
Detention. Bicycle. Detention. Bicycle. Metro. No, automobile. Metro.
飛行機、
Hikoki.
飛行機、
Select the correct hiragana for plane. Also, always be mindful of how much effort you're putting into your job, because when they realize you're always at your 100%, doing your 100%, that's going to be your new expectation. So whenever you're not at your 100%, they're going to call you out on it, and maintaining your 100% every single day is very difficult. So be very mindful of the amount of energy you're putting into the, like, job, right? So let's say you get a really easy job. Make sure you spend the extra care to take your time with it.
飛行機、飛行機、
No, I was wrong. Hiko. There's a U.
船、
Because you're gonna get paid the same regardless. And people's opinions of you are going to stay the same regardless. The only thing that changes is seeing how much they could dump onto you. Fune. Eki. Ichi.
それは日本の自動車ですか？
Chi. Oh.
飛行機、飛行機、
Equal. But yeah, it's a lot healthier for everybody involved, because like when you go to a job, you want to be there for as long as possible to like grow, right, and like make connections and stuff. So you don't want to burn out. A lot of people would think not putting in your 100% at work every day is heresy, when it's just honestly thinking long term. No one ever wants to burn out. Burning out feels horrible. So always remember to just pace the amount of effort you're putting into something and be mindful about how much effort you're putting into something. Equal. Bench, bicycle. Boom, boom. Select your 3 types of transport that are used on a road. Bensha, no. Kurumi, kuruma, car. Jeep. Tosha. Oh no, my music. Luckily, since it's an internship, everything you're supposed to do is written out beforehand, plus convenes for the trip. That's good. The fact that they have a clear, concise, like, layout for you already shows they're a great company. Because a lot of internship companies will literally just get an intern and literally have them just do all the like grunt work without really explaining anything and kind of expecting them to just pick up on what they're doing. It's super toxic. There were some really high-end restaurants I worked for that used culinary students as interns, and they were quite literally slaves. I will quite literally say they were slaves. They did not get good treatment whatsoever. Complete the sentences. I go to work by metro. Watashi wa Ikoki. Right? Ikoki? I forgot what the word for metro was. I feel like I'm learning too many words at a time with these Busu lessons, that I'm not able to properly like actually learn it. I'm just kind of guessing, because there's just too many new words that I need to learn. That also works there, so he was the one who told me about the opportunity. Apparently the company is known to have a great program for interns. Yo, that sounds like you got one of the best hookups known to mankind. Some people would call you Nepo Baby, but I'm sure you've worked your butt off to get to where you are, so congratulations. And anyone who calls you a Nepo Baby, just call him a hater. Because if they didn't know any better, they'd definitely call you a Nepo. But that's all the more reason why you should prove them wrong and get good at your job. So you can tell them that you got hired for your skill set and not your privileges. Bro, what are these words that I'm reading? Hitensha? No, it's train. Chikatetsu. Chikatetsu's metro, there we go. Adam-san goes to Japan by plane. Fune. No. The 3 types of transport that are used on railway tracks. Select the types of transport that are used on railway tracks. Jitensha. Shinkansen. Densha. No. I'm gonna have to repeat this. Yeah, this is difficult. For all the transport we have learned so far, we can use a noru. This is a you verb and false transport noun and its particle. Subject transport ni norimasu. Norimasu? Noru. Nori.
乗る
To ride.
乗る
Oh, I didn't move my mouse up. Noru. Norimasu.
バスで駅に行きます。バスで駅に行きます。駅で電車に乗ります。
Oh, no. Yeah, honestly, I cannot hear these audio. Ask the question, do you ride a motorbike? Do you ride a motorbike? There's like the 3 types of transport that are used on a road. Kuruma. No? Oh. Complete senses, I gotta work by metro. It's like 3 types of transport that are used on railway tracks. Bam. Bam. Bench. I got it wrong again. I literally clicked the same thing twice. Oh my god. It's a U verb. I'm definitely gonna have to repeat this. Yeah. 3 types of transport that are used on the road.
Noru.
60%. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it there for today. It's a little late today, so I will chill out for the day, and hopefully I can get a little more done tomorrow at a better pace for Japanese. I'll probably try to get to the checkpoint some of these are getting a little longer, mostly because I just keep getting it wrong. But hopefully I'll get better, because like honestly the speed at which I learn is really dependent on how fast these lessons just click. Because like before I was just like blitzing through them, doing like the entire chapter in 2 days, doing like half of it one day, half of it the other day, because like I was just getting it and like I knew it, so like I was just getting it done. But now that it's getting to the point where I'm struggling to understand and like just get it right, and I'm spending a lot of time on redoing the lessons to like learn it, I'm no longer doing chapters in 2 days. It's taking me longer to get a chapter done, so my progress has slowed a lot. But I feel like once my mind is in a better place and I feel a little more rested and recovered, because I'm still kind of beat up from last week. That was a rough week. Maybe I will start doing better on my Japanese lessons. Alright everyone, it's time to put the fire out. Once again, I'd like to thank you for joining me by the campfire. If you didn't know already, I stream a variety of games live on Twitch at twitch.tv/ArabuNA, ranging from gacha games, MMOs, and more. Feel free to come and join me at those cozy campfires and enjoy the ambiance. And that'll be all for today.